If you click the plus button in the center of the screen, you can see a list of apps appear. If you scroll through, there are literally hundreds of apps. These are all apps that you can use to trigger your automation to run based on various events that take place within those apps. Today, we want to trigger our automation to run when somebody submits a contact form. There are lots of different apps you can use for your contact form, but today we're going to use Tally. I like Tally because it's free, easy to use, and makes beautiful looking forms. Plus, it integrates nicely with Make.com. In the search field on the app pop-up, search for Tally, spelled T-A-L-L-Y. It should be the first option that appears, a black circle with the text Tally in it. There are two options that appear for triggers. We want Watch New Response because it has the instant tag. This means that the moment somebody submits a contact form, our automation will begin. Go ahead and select that option, and Tally gets loaded in as our trigger. Immediately, there's a pop-up that appears that says Create a Webhook. Now, what is a webhook? A webhook is a simple way for one app to tell another app that something has happened. For example, a user might fill out a web form on one app. When the user submits that form, the webhook carries that information and delivers it instantly to the second app. In our case, that'll be the webhook receiver, which is our trigger at Make.com. That will kick off our automation instantly. So first things first, we need a web form. Go ahead and use the link that appears on screen or in the description below to get signed up for Tally. You'll land on this page here. Go ahead and follow the prompts to get signed up. When you finish the sign up process, you'll land on the Tally dashboard. Click the button in the center of the screen to create a new form. Then click the Use a Template link. One of the first templates available is this contact form template from Marie Martins. Go ahead and click that one. Then click the blue Use this template button in the upper right. Change the name to Contact Form or whatever else makes sense. You could say Contact Us, Contact Me. And then hover over this placeholder text and click the trash can that appears to delete this block. Do the same thing for the blank space block above the fields. Our form has the foundational fields: first name, last name, phone number, email, and a general message or question. But we want to collect a little bit more information from the people who visit the website and submit the form so that we can really personalize the response when our automation runs. So first, hover over the phone number field and click the plus button to insert a block below it. Then scroll down and select the link field from the Input Blocks category section at the bottom. Then click Insert. For the placeholder text, type website or social media link. Next, hover over the Your Question block and click the plus button next to it. Let's allow people who are reaching out through this form to suggest a date and time for a consultation meeting. From this first section, labeled Questions, select Date, and then click Insert. For the question, type something like, when is your preferred meeting time? Then, hover over the Date field, click the plus button to add another block, scroll to the Input Blocks section at the bottom, and select Time, then Insert. Click and drag the 6 dots to the left of the Time field to the right side of the Date field to put them right next to each other. If you want to, you can scroll down and customize the thank you page. Leaving this thank you page toggled on will make it so that this page 2 appears after the Submit button is clicked. You can also customize the style by clicking Customize in the upper right, and then a control panel appears, which allows you to get really granular with the look and style of this form. I'm going to skip that for now, though. Once you've got your contact form looking like this, go ahead and click Publish in the upper right. On the next page, if you click the Copy button, open up a new tab, and paste in the link, you can see the contact form live on the internet. This is how it looks as a standalone page, but you can also embed this directly in your website. To do that, you'd scroll down on this Share page and use the Embed Form options. For our demo today, though, I'll just stick with the standalone page. Now that we have our web form set up, let's configure our trigger in Make. Head back to your Make tab, and then for the Tally trigger, click Create a Webhook. Give your webhook a name. I'll call mine Tally Contact Form Webhook. Then click Create a Connection. Click the drop-down under Connection Type and select Tally OAuth and give your connection a name. I'll just leave it as my Tally OAuth connection. Click Save, and a dialog window will appear asking for authorization to connect Make with Tally. Go ahead and scroll down and click Accept. And just like that, Our Tally account is now connected to Make. Now we need to select our contact form. Under the Form ID section in the Create a Webhook dialog, select your new contact form. Then click Save. And you can see here back in the original trigger configuration pop-up that the web form is now configured. Go ahead and click Save. Now we need some data to work with from our web form. So go ahead and head back to your live Tally web form and fill it out with some sample data. I'm going to go ahead and fill out this contact form on behalf of Catherine Smith. She's a professional violin player who needs some help with her website. It's a little outdated, so she needs some design work, and she wants some SEO help. I'll also go ahead and fill this out with Catherine's preferred meeting time. Let's say January 7th at 1 p.m. Now hold on. Before you click Submit on this form, head back to Make. At the bottom left, click the purple Run Once button. Now you should see a circle with a spinning loading icon on your Tally trigger. This means our trigger in Make is now waiting for a new form response. Return to your contact form and hit Submit. We get the confirmation in Tally, and if we return to Make, you can now see there's a pop-up with a bunch of data that was pulled in from our web form. And there's a green check mark next to the name Tally to show you that it worked.